Number 26. We're rounding off. We got 2 more. Hire dumb people. Excellent way to stay poor and have a bad business. All right, really, really highly recommend it. It's also really good for if you have a job too. If you have the ability to hire people, hire dumb people. It's just a great way to make your life miserable. There's very few ways that are better than this one. Like if you just want to be surrounded by dumb people, just hire people. Just hire people dumber than you. You know what I mean? And you'll feel good, but you'll be poor. And so don't do that. Number 27. This is a huge one that I see all the time for staying poor, and it's a really good strategy. It might be one of the top ones on this list. Assume you are always right. How many people here, right, you're watching this, know someone who always just think they're right and they're not successful? And they get advice from somebody who might be successful or more successful than them. And they're like, no, that's not going to work for X, Y, and Z. Because they assume they're always right. They assume they know everything. Well, if you know everything, then why aren't you achieving what you want? And I will tell you this, from the people that I've met who have been far ahead of me, they have a voracious desire to learn and a voracious interest in learning from anyone and every single possible source they can. And those people have the humility to say that everyone knows something that they don't know. And so in that way, they can learn of them, which is, I think, an Emerson quote. If you cannot learn, then what's the point? So you give yourself zero advantages. Like there's no way that you can learn from other people if you think you're always right. And I know this sounds fucking obvious, but a lot of you guys do this. Why? Like you'd rather be right than be rich. And it's silly, but it's an excellent way to stay poor. So that's why it's number 27. And then the last one, and this is the simplest of the economics around it, and I'm just going to drive this baby home, is make money, period. Spend more than you make. And the beautiful part about this is that it doesn't matter how much you make. If you spend more than it, you can be poor, which is why this is such a great one. It's a great way to stay poor. It doesn't matter how much you increase your income. Just spend more than you made, right? Go into debt and adjust your lifestyle to your new income at all times, or rather above your income, so that you can always stay poor no matter how much money you make. It's just an awesome way to stay poor. And so I highly recommend doing that. All right. And honestly, the more you can do it, the more you can outspend your income, the poorer you will be. And so again, highly recommend it. And it sounds silly, but you know how few people, like right now, I think it's like the bottom 50% of America, like doesn't have any savings. And what's crazy is that like you can control, like these things are controllable. Like you can always downgrade your lifestyle. But the thing is, you care more about the opinions of others than you do about your own, right? You care more about looking rich than being rich, right? All these things. And that's why all of these things go together. And so to wrap this up, the reason that inversion thinking is so powerful is that we can use our brain to find threats more easily than we can find solutions. And so if we think about your business career, or you think about your marriage, or you think about your body, or you think about whatever it is, your money goals, think about the ways to destroy it. I just gave you 28 different ways that you can be poor. When you reverse them and you make those the rules for living that you have, then what happens is you succeed by accident because you avoid the pitfalls. Because the thing is if you don't make many mistakes, you succeed without trying, because all you're doing is just focusing on just not making these stupid mistakes that most people do, right? If we were to reverse these, and this is what I'm going to hit this with hard, enjoy, we're hitting it right now. Start today. Read books, do the stuff that's in the books. Take advice from rich people on how to be rich. Pick a spouse who makes you feel awesome about working. Fail once, try again. Think the world is unfair and act accordingly. Never blame your circumstances. Thank your circumstances for making you who you are. Instead of complaining, do something. Expect no one to save you except for yourself. Value your opinion over those of other people. Seek out discomfort. Tolerate nothing but excellence. Make promises, keep promises. Wait for the worst conditions. Wait for imperfect conditions and act anyways on what you want, right? Avoid working on the stuff that doesn't matter. Work on the things that matter most. Ignore the rest. Say you're going to do something and then do it. Do what no one else is doing. Do your best and make it above what it takes to be successful. Talk less, do more. Start something new today and keep at it until you are good. Do it so long that it would be unreasonable for you to be bad. Don't believe what other people think about you more than what you think about yourself. Be irreplaceable. Find something that works and don't stop doing it.